When one works with artists as great as Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin, bands like that, your mind is so focused on the job at hand, you don't really have time to think about, oh, you know, this is a superstar that we're working with. That's out of your mind. It's the job at hand. What am I going to do to satisfy this artist's needs? That's your main focus. Well, the building and the fostering of a close relationship with an artist, it takes time. Fortunately, I was able to work with Jimmy for his whole career. We kind of hit it off immediately in the beginning, which was very fortunate for me, I think, because I don't think anybody realized at the time how huge it was going to be. I think when I just started working with him in the beginning of '67, he had already established himself with one hit, Hey Joe. And when I started working with him, it was right after that. And so from January of '67 all the way through the time that he unfortunately died, there was a very close working relationship. You have to gain the artist's trust, and the only way to do that effectively is to just concentrate on your job at hand and make sure you get them great. Once you deliver great sounds, it's pretty much over after that. It's been a wonderful journey, actually, to go back into the vaults and re-examine some of the masters. In fact, right now, we're in the midst of doing a Guitar Hero for Jimi Hendrix, which has been really interesting. And with modern technology, I've been able to marry some of the early 4-tracks and line them up, which I'd never been able to do before, and recreate something that wasn't actually there. The fact that the analog world and the digital world can actually live together quite happily. That's my particular way of doing things. A lot of people like to do stuff in the box. I feel that there's a way, and I've proven it, that the analog world and the digital world can actually integrate and produce really terrific results. And that's what I've done with the Hendrix stuff, and that's what I do with my bands today. All the new bands that I work with, it's all analog, digital, analog. Well, I think the engineer's function has changed to the degree that the average person now who has a computer and a mic pre and a microphone can pretty much make a record. Now, whether or not that record sounds good, that's a different story. Quite frankly, I don't think that really happens that often. You have to be a very exceptional engineer and individual to be able to create a record in the box just with a couple of small microphones and small mic pre's and stuff like that. However, having said that, I've heard some amazing stuff that some kids have sent to me and I've listened to and gone, wow, how the heck did you do that? That's pretty cool, you know. In fact, there's a record I'm starting next week that is amazingly done just in this kid's basement with very primitive equipment, and I'm actually going to mix it, fix a few things, but essentially it's quite a good record. But this kid has studied. I mean, he's really done his homework and he's learned how to record properly. Play an instrument, understand that instrument really well, learn all the basic techniques of recording, and don't think in terms of, I can do it all in the box. You've got to learn outside the box and inside the box. You can't just separate and just go in one particular digital direction without knowing what happened before.